Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to 100 Days of Envelopes. We are on day 76 and we have another simple project. We're going to use the attic papers one more time before we switch to a different theme. So what I have here is a 5x7 envelope. The flap is glued shut and I have trimmed off both ends, just a real skinny little piece. So basically you have a sleeve or a tube, looks like that. And then at the bottom we have a fold just under 2 inches. It's up to you how big you want to make that fold or a crease. Give yourself a crease. And I want it to be this way. I want the flat part facing up because when we trim this, we're going to have a secret journaling spot underneath, and I want the smooth side for writing. So make sure this is going to be the front. Let me just mark that. That's the front. This is going to get glued down the whole way. So we will end up with a pocket, a top-loading pocket, and then this flap will fold up. You've seen this before. I was reminded of it yesterday when I was going through some of my journals for sale on my live. So it's one of the most simple things. It's probably one of the first things I learned to do when I was making junk journals. So of course, it's been quite a while since I've done something like this, so that's probably why I've forgotten about it. So we want to open it up here and here. So you can use your craft knife or you can cut with scissors. I'm going to attempt to just cut right along the seam or the fold, sorry. Just to that mark where I made my fold. Yeah, I'm starting to go off track. It doesn't always work out that well for me. I think it all has to do with a little bit of an angle up with the craft knife, but we'll see. There we go. So that's going to get glued down, and then this will fold up so you have this secret journaling space underneath. So let's just make that a little bit neater on this side. Finally have a nice sunshiny day. It's beautiful. You can hear the birds chirping out there. I was joking about, do I say A much as a Canadian? And someone, I'll have to remind myself who it was, but she did say she was from Ohio. And she said, I don't notice you saying A, but I do notice the oot from out and about. Apparently when I say it, it sounds like oot and a boot. That's one I think as Canadians we really don't notice at all, and when you say that to us we're like, what? Do we really? I don't know, maybe it's because you have more of a out and about, I don't know, and I guess it sounds funny. I don't know. That's another, I think language is one of the funniest things, one of the most interesting things. Okay, so let's see what we have here for something that's gonna go with this lovely color here. That's just a little bit wild. Love it though. I want to be bold. I like it. Quite like this one. That one look like? It's a little more subdued. There's some more of the plum. Now this might be kind of interesting with this color here. What do you think? Yeah, let's do that one. Some that we didn't even get to. We have, there's what's the one called? There's one called Lemon Cherry. That's where you'll see this one. That's kind of, there's one called Rhubarb Pie. Oh, this might be, that might be kind of nice. Well, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? Aren't these pretty? Sorry. Yeah, there's some we just didn't even get to, but there's quite a few in that collection. And don't forget that coupon. If you purchase 6, minimum 6, you get 60% off, where you apply coupon code right before you check out. That's right underneath the button that says proceed to checkout. Put apply coupon code and you type it in there. Even if there's a sale, like these for example are on sale, so there will already be a coupon code in there. So you just type over top of it, delete it and type over top if you're buying 6 or more. Then you get the better deal. Then they're just a couple bucks a piece. And I don't know what that even works out to for you in the US. Probably $1 something, because our dollars is pitiful. No, I think I'll stick with this one. Okay. That out of the road. I think the best thing to do, once I get this covered up, is we will reach underneath and we will add some glue to make sure that this remains a pocket. If that makes sense. So right here where we fold this up, let's just put a bead of glue just above it, above the crease inside, just so that we can make sure we have a proper pocket. Oops, I just wrecked my paper. Lifted. Okay. Let's do a thumb notch, just so that we can definitely indicate that this is indeed a pocket. And if you're new here, I'll just point out that I have used a Sharpie and I put a mark right there on the plate and a mark right here for the center of this, and I can often match that up to the center of the I usually, if I am concerned about it being centered, I would just give myself a pinch right there, and then I can see the pinch line and see I'm a little bit off. I could have lined up my Sharpie point to the crease mark. So this is not centered, but I'm not concerned. There we go. You want to ink that crease so that it's obvious that that's a place to lift up, but if you want it to be a little more secret, mine's kind of obvious now that I wrecked my paper, then don't ink that crease right there. Okay, let's get that glued into our book. Okay, so let's get this glued down. There we go. You'll have to tell me if there's something else I pronounce as a Canadian that's odd to you. I think it's funny. There we go. Okay. So there's your secret journaling spot. Pretty simple, but of course we're going to want to decorate a little bit. Let's use some of these little dollar store goodies. Find the right color. I think that's going to be the right color. So again, these are just the, they're available at our Dollarama in Canada. They're $1.50. I think there's four or five different color themes. That's better. This is busy. Let's go with something like that. Okay, so just move these over. Let's start with this guy. Try not to overthink it because it's just not my forte, really, this collaging bit here, but we'll keep trying till we feel comfortable. And asked where to see the journals that are available for sale. For right now, I'm just doing them direct. I'm still kicking back and forth whether to do an Etsy shop or my own website, or even the thing about Etsy, the fees are high. However, they also take care of things for you, like figuring out taxes and regulations for other countries and all of those things. So it's like you're paying all these specialists to do all these things for you. So I don't really mind the fees for Etsy so much. It's just you still need to be fair to yourself for pricing. So right now I can offer free shipping by doing it myself. Now I'll make sure that still folds. Yeah. I'm not so sure that I could offer free shipping if I'm doing it through Etsy. But that's for the future. So the ones right now, I'm just trying to get ahead of that potential postal strike in Canada. So I'm offering free shipping right now on the journals that I do have available for sale. So we'll just call this one bottom flap. And this is day 76, yes. And stick with me for a second. I'll show you if you're interested in the price list and the journals that I have for sale. Bottom flap. Cute. Okay, so that concludes the Attic Papers series. That was fun. We started out with, oh, we did quite a bit. We did some Edith Holden using the attic papers, if you've missed any of these. We just nothing special with the envelopes. We just did some decor with using Edith Holden, trying to get past our trepidation of cutting into those beautiful books. And here's the Plum series. I did a few things with the Edith Holden, and then continued with the attic papers. We got front flap, and then we did these two little pockets here with the Perfect Patina from the attic papers. And then yesterday we did the snippet strip, or flap strip, snippet flap, if you want to catch up, and then you still have your pocket in there with the envelope. And then today we've got the bottom flap. So going back to basics here, but that is certainly one that we should include in our envelope series. And then of course you have your pocket in the top here, like that. Just goes down to here. So you need something a little bit shorter. Okay, and then as for the journals, if anyone's, thanks for joining me. If this is where you're checking off for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 77. Wow, we're really getting up there. But if any of you are interested in the journals I have for sale, see if I can zoom in a little bit more here. So for those of you that asked about the journals that I have available, I have them broken down into 3 price point categories, and the method to purchase is by contacting me directly. My email address is here, and then if there's anyone that you want to see, you can go to on YouTube, on my tabs, go over to playlists and go down to flip throughs, and then look at those videos. Some have a flip through already. Also, I think I've included the lives that I've done flip throughs in that category as well. I'll double check. And payment is I invoice you with an email through Square, the company Square. So you pay however you want. I don't even see your payment information. I don't collect your credit card, nothing like that at all. You deal with Square. I deal with Square, then you deal with Square. Square lets me know if you paid. So I don't collect any of your payment information whatsoever. And then if you are in Canada and you choose to, however, pay by e-transfer, that's also an option. Then you know it's direct and it's done right away. And then I would get your shipping label done, pack your order, and provide you with a tracking number. But I will be cutting off we're on Friday, May 9th. I'll be cutting this off. The last day I will ship is Monday, May 12th, just to avoid any potential issues with the Canada Post strike. So between May 12th and May 22nd, for those 10 days, I'm not doing any shipping in between until we find out if Canada Post reached an agreement with their employees, and then we'll see what happens after that. So either we'll be in a strike situation again, which last time lasted, what, 4 weeks? And then it wasn't just the 4-week strike, it was the backlog after. So it really did affect us for quite some time. And that was during the holiday season, so that was terrible. But anyways, this could interrupt shipping from me for a month to 2 months. So that's why I thought I would just announce this now. I mean, they've always been available, and if anyone contacts me, but I've just never really promoted them. But I thought maybe I'll just put them all together on one price sheet here, and then if there's something you're interested in, let me know. Otherwise, they're going back on the shelf until such time we're in a better position with shipping. And I also might be opening an Etsy shop, and then at that time I don't know that I can offer free shipping or not, just because of the fees. Probably not, but for right now it's free shipping. There's no tax, and this is the number. That's exactly the number. There's nothing extra to that, and that's Canadian funds. Okay, well, I hope that answers those questions. Just contact me if you have any other questions, and otherwise, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. I haven't decided yet which theme we're going to go with, but we'll see. It'll be a surprise. Take care. Bye.